Thank you for tuning into another video. Today, we're going to go over context filters in Tableau. This is part of our Tableau order of operations series. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to go and share my screen and show you guys where we're at in the order of operations, just so you can kind of have a context, no pun intended, of where we're at in the series. All right, so let's do that. Okay, so last time we went over data source filters. Now we're at context filters. Okay, so before I get into it, I'm going to go ahead and go over what a context filter is. A good way to think about a context filter is so after let's say you got like some HR data, right? And you got like your data mart and you're using your data source filter, right? You only want to pull executives, right? Now, what a context filter does is once you only have executives for across your entire workbook. You may want to use different context filters or filters across different sheets and dashboards to only pull in certain type of data, right? So maybe on one visualization, I only want to show HR people representing EMEA, or maybe another one of mirrors, you know what I'm saying? So you can be able to break up, you can show different contexts or different type of values in each sheet. And it's still higher dimension filter. And we'll explain why you'd want to maybe do a context filter once we get to like dimensions and fixed LOD. It'll make more sense, but it's another layer down. So let me show you kind of like the difference, right? All right, so let me go back. Sorry, guys. Let me go back here. I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen share. I'm going to present back again. Okay, so if you remember last time, we had a data source filter. I'm going to go ahead and put that back on. So I'm going to go ahead and do fantasy position. And I'm going to pick quarterback. Okay. All right, so we're only going to get quarterbacks back in our data. It's going to update. So this first sheet, I'm going to call this first sheet like no context filter, right? So we have quarterbacks. Now, I just want to see a list of all the quarterbacks. So I go to player and I drag this dimension over. I'm going to get a list of just all the possible quarterbacks. And I'm only going to get quarterbacks or people who their position for when they scored points would be the quarterback. Makes sense. Seems reasonable, right? Now, if I duplicate this, and let's say, for example, I want to build a visualization where I can see, I want to do a context filter, but I only want to see quarterbacks who played maybe in a certain, let's see what we have here that we can break them apart by. So let's do year. All right, so I'm going to drag year. Actually, I'm going to make this a discrete one too. And I'm going to drag it here, right? Okay, so what I'm saying here now is I only want to see all the players 2013. So this is only showing me quarterbacks who would have played in 2013. Now, right now, and this not right now the way this is set up, because it's just I just dragged it over. It's set up as a dimension filter, but I'm going to change it to a context filter, right? So if I click on here, add the context. Now, what that does is I moved it up to context. So now it's this at the second level right below the data source filter. So now when I do any calculation, I could be creating a set, I could be doing an LOD, doing a top end, doing a dimension filter, a measure filler, table calculation. Those will all have to respect the filtering criteria that's set by this context filter. So for example, let's say I was to say, okay, for Aaron Rodgers, please, I say the LOD to return the max touchdowns he's ever had in his career. It's only going to look at 2013 because that's at the context filter. If it was at and actually, let me go back and show you guys as I'm talking to you about this. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen there and then go back to as I was saying. So with Aaron Rodgers, right? So, I had a context filter at 2013. If I leave it like that and I do like a fixed LOD to say, hey, show me the max touchdowns he's had, it's gonna return the max touchdowns or the total touchdowns, right, that he had for 2013, because it has to this LOD is beneath there, so it has to respect the context filter, which is 2013. If I had it at the dimension filter level, it would find the max touchdowns that he threw, or the sum in this case, because I'm doing it by year, across any year that he played. So that may be 2020, 2010, 2011, so on and so forth, right? So that's what the context filter provides you. And this is done at each sheet or at each dashboard. So you can give different contexts to different type of visualizations and then put them together to tell a story. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so that's how that works, right? So again, let me just show you again if I do this right. So you see how this concept, how this has, like, if I do, I can show you that it's different, right? So if I do the index here, which is, I'm going to change this to discrete and then do table down. Should I be doing it? Yeah, it's going to show me all the quarters in 2013. But if I do this here, it's going to be a longer list. And that's how we know we're getting. That's how we know. This is the way to know that the filtering is working. Perfect. And what I'll do in the next video is when we get to we'll do a fixed LOD. So as a fixed LOD example, I'll be able to show you how the results will be different for a fixed LOD when we're using a context filter and where we're not. And I'll be able to really tie that in. And maybe I can do like a top inner set, and it'll really allow you to really see how the context filter is working in conjunction, or how not conjunction, but how the LOD or the top end has to always respect the context filter. All right, so yeah, thank you for joining this. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and please share this content with anyone who's looking to learn Tableau or learn new things about Tableau. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. You can also email me or reach out to me on LinkedIn. And thank you for tuning in again. So until next time, peace.